Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, just wanted to do a quick video, give you a little story about this engine and what it means to this car. Um, and I'm going strictly by my memory, and of course what my grandfather told me. And if anybody's first time to the channel, this is my 1932 Ford Model B. This is a flathead 4-cylinder. As you can see, this is a spare engine, one that's in it. This car belonged to my grandfather, passed away in 2017, and it got passed to me. It's been in my family since it was purchased new by my grandmother's aunt in Newark, Ohio, back in 1932. And she eventually gave it to my grandfather. I think she sold it to him for $1, and he drove it around a little bit back and forth to work, and then eventually he did the restoration to what you see in the present and also in the videos here that I do. Um, when I got the car and brought it down to Tennessee, where I live, I had to bring this with me. This is the spare engine, and according to my grandfather, this one is rebuilt and ready to go, and this is the original motor that goes into this car. So, little story. I mean, not only my grandfather told me, this is the original motor. He and a Model A group member um, rebuilt this in his garage. I distinctly remember when this motor was built. It was probably in the early to mid 1980s. I know I was young enough that I had other things to do, like ride my bike while I was down at my grandparents' house. But also, he had somebody that knew what they were doing that could help him work on it. So it was one of those, hey, kid, get out of the garage. We're working on this type things. But I do distinctly remember watching them work on it and, putting it back together, and the guy explaining to my grandfather, why you do this, why you do that, that kind of thing. And then I physically helped him put this motor up into his loft in the garage. We hoisted it up with a chain hoist and we put it up there. And he told me, it's there if I need it. It's rebuilt and ready to go. So, just a quick little story on that and why this is here. In the video before last, I took it out from underneath my tool bench where I've had it stored and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. And I got a different cover to put on it to help keep the dust and all that off of it. Um, but yeah, it's rebuilt, and the cool part is it actually belongs to this car. So I mean, I got this engine here, so when this one that's currently in the car that I'm using now, if it tires out and needs rebuild or whatever, I have spare to put back in it. I mean, eventually, I would love to just throw it back in it, but I'm gonna wait my due diligence until this motor's tired and needs rebuilt, and then we'll put this one back in it. So that's basically it in a nutshell. I'll get the camera here and do kind of a close-up walk around of it, but I just wanted to share a little story about why this engine's here and where it come from and all that stuff. It wasn't just uh, purchased randomly. Um, this was rebuilt by my grandfather and a friend, and has been in storage since probably the early to mid 80s. It's my guesstimate. Um, and it's ready to go back in the car. And as like I said, he told me, this was the original motor. So it's pretty cool to have the actual motor that goes into the vehicle, especially one this old. So let's do a little quick walk around and we'll call it quits. Okay. Still in pretty good shape. It was very dusty. If you see the last video I had, it just had a lot of dust over it, but we got it cleaned up, looking pretty good. I know he repainted it, when he was after he rebuilt it or before, I don't know which, but yep, in really good shape. Ready to go back in. Anyway, that's about it. Hopefully we'll do a dry video here pretty soon if the weather holds up. Starting to turn colder down here in Tennessee, but she likes the cold weather. And then we'll get her out on the road and do some driving around. Well, if you got any questions or anything, I'll try to answer them the best I can. Leave a comment down below. Like and subscribe. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.